without my glasses. Hey guys, it's Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. I have a summer book haul for you today. Half of these, well actually more than half of these, are from a recent book outlet order that I got when they were having a sale, and the first three are from a publisher that I received. I was working with them on a giveaway for Unicorn Crate. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first book that I have to share with you today is called The Waking Fire by Anthony Ryan. This is a fantasy novel, first in a trilogy I believe, and it has to do with dragons. I'm really excited to get to this one. On the back it says, The Waking Fire is part Indiana Jones, part Pirates of the Caribbean, and part Mistborn. Yes please. The second one, which I have in hardcover, now I kind of want to get the first one in hardcover so they match, but that's what I was sent by the wonderful publisher. A big thank you to Ace Books. And this one is called The Legion of Flame. I just love these covers, and this one, I have to say, has a really cool spine. I don't know if you can see this, but it's got like dragon skin texture on it. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. So yeah, this is book 2 in the Draconis Memoria series. Next I got a book called The Space Between the Stars by Anne Corlett, and this is another super pretty cover. This one I believe also just came out in June, or maybe it came out early July. I'm gonna have to double check on that. This is kind of a mix between sci-fi and fantasy, and sort of a post-apocalyptic story, I think, which I'm always interested in those. I'll just read a little bit from the inside front cover for you. It says, in a breathtakingly vivid and emotionally gripping debut novel, one woman must confront the emptiness in the universe and in her own heart when a devastating virus reduces most of humanity to dust and memories. So yeah, kind of an interesting sci-fi type Castaway. I'm getting those kind of vibes from this. Alright, all the next ones I got from Book Outlet, and I got 8 books for a total of like $38 or something, so always really good. I only buy from there maybe like twice a year when I have my little book splurge. But yeah, let's get into this pile. First, I got Moth and Spark. I have to admit this was a total cover buy because I love anything with moths and butterflies. They're kind of like one of my spirit animals, I think. But anyways, this one just seemed really cool, and I think it actually has to do with dragons. So that's also really neat. I'm really into dragons lately too, and I think this is a YA fantasy, or is it an adult fantasy? I can't tell. Well, the inside cover price is $27.95. So that is probably an adult fantasy. You can always usually tell by the price of a book. Pretty much young adult fantasy is anywhere from $17.99 to, you know, $18.99, $19.99 sometimes. And anything in like the $26, $27 range is typically considered an adult book, which is too bad because, you know, they're really expensive. But anyways, I got this one for like $4, so yeah. I also got Sabriel in paperback because I don't think they have the hardcover available, but this is a series I've been really curious about for a super long time. Look at the cool, can you see those shapes like inlaid on the cover? Not inlaid, but sort of, don't know how to describe that. But yeah, this is the first in this series, the first installment in the Abhorsen trilogy. Yeah, I don't know, I just have heard lots of great things, and it seems like a classic that I should try out. I got 2 books by Neil Gaiman, not sure how to say that. This is pretty much the reason I started putting books in my cart in the first place on Book Outlet that day. This is a special edition of Stardust, and I just love the gold foil on the cover, and it was kind of like a block print, it looks like. And I thought that this was going to be, it's quite tiny, I thought this was going to be more of like a regular sized book, not so small, but that's okay. And it doesn't come with a jacket, this is just the cover. And one of the reasons I was really excited for it was because it said that it was going to have illustrations by Charles Vess, but it pretty much only has one. So this is the beautiful illustration that we get, and it also has, it does have these, they're all the same on the beginning of each chapter, a little intro illustration, but I was kind of bummed that there weren't more. I thought there was at least going to be a handful of full-page illustrations in it, but regardless, I'm very happy to have this. I think this one did cost me like $9, but it says it was originally $30, so that's pretty good. And I've been wanting to read this story for a long time. The second one by Neil Gaiman is Trigger Warning, which is Short Fictions and Disturbances. So this is a collection of short stories, and I just haven't read... Have I read any of his work? I don't think I've read any of his work, so I just want to get another thing to become more familiar with his writing. Next is Dreamstrider, also kind of another cover buy, but at the same time I was intrigued by the description. I finished Strange the Dreamer a couple months ago and was so in love with that and just kind of wanted more about dreams, you know, if you will. So this one says, Olivia has always dreamed bigger and brighter than most people. She's trained as a Dreamstrider. She enters the dream world and through it slips into a sleeping person's body and dons their skin as her own. I won't read you any more because I don't want to spoil anything, but just that concept in itself sounds really, really interesting. The last 3 books that I got are all from the same series. I just love how chunky these are, but it's a bummer that everything from Book Outlet pretty much always has like a remainder mark that they scratch on there, which I hate that they do that, but anyway, it enables me to get more books for a good price. So yeah, so this is the first one. These covers are so stinking cute, I can't even handle it. And they have the nice deckled edge on the edge. I don't really know what these are about, but something with a cover this good can't be that bad, right? I'll just read the first couple sentences. It says, Prue McKeel's life is ordinary. That is, until her brother is abducted by a murder of crows and taken into the impassable wilderness, a dense, tangled forest on the edge of Portland. No one's ever gone in, or at least returned to tell of it. So that sounds pretty good. Oh my gosh, there are little illustrations. I didn't even realize. Now this, I believe, is middle grade fantasy, and once in a while, usually during summer too, I have a craving for it. I love to just sink my teeth into an easy to read middle grade series. I think they're really fun, and this one has been calling my name for a while. And so the second one is called Under Wildwood. And by the way, these are written by Colin Malloy and illustrated by Carson Ellis. I don't think I said that. And then Wildwood Imperium is the third one. I forget, I actually have 2 more. Flame in the Mist. I don't know if I've mentioned this one yet. This was in the May unicorn crate, the very first unicorn crate that I put together, and so of course I made sure to order one for myself too, even though I originally read the arc of this on my Kindle because there weren't even copies yet then. But I just love this gorgeous one. This also has deckled edges. And this is a Mulan retelling. If you are intrigued by retellings, I would definitely recommend this one. And then the June Unicorn Crate had Roar by Cora Cormack, and I love this story and I can't wait for the next one. But again, I figured I would include this in my book haul because technically I acquired this book in the last little while. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see future videos, talk about books and beauty, but I think mostly books from now on. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye!